Now, following last week's election in the United States, the African Union is convinced U.S. President-elect Donald Trump will not change important economic partnership deals with the continent when he takes office next year. Now, many across the continent are concerned that Trump could scrap initiatives which benefit African markets, such as AGOA. CCTV's Girum Chala sat down with AU Economic Affairs Commissioner Anthony Mothae, Maruping, and he says Africa has several partners at the moment, including China, Japan and Turkey, who could help the continent if Trump reverses any trade agreements.
The programs that the United States had with Africa, at least we were told, were bipartisan. It was both something that has been thrashed out by both the Republicans and the Democrats. And I think in the last year we hosted about 2 delegations from the United States Congress, both Senate and the House of Representatives, with both parties represented. So you mentioned AGOA. AGOA is supposed to be a bipartisan initiative. So that we assume that will not be affected therefore.
Similarly, the future could be full of opportunities based on what President-elect Donald Trump is going to follow as economic policy towards Africa, or could be gloomy. But as an African diplomat and commissioner of the African Union Economic Affairs Commission, what do you think the future is going to hold for U.S.-Africa economic relations? We know, of course, one of the fears that the continent has is presidential initiatives like Power Africa, for example. President Obama's initiative could also be scrapped out, and which is going to create another problem for Africa.
I think the basis of that pledge by President Obama was backed up by bipartisan support, because if you know, the House of Representatives was still in the hands of the Republicans, even when President Obama was making those pronouncements. And if I recall well, there is already action in progress, so I don't think they will be aborted. And they acknowledge that it's no longer like in the past. There are many more cooperating partners for Africa and the rest of developing countries than before. So that's why we have so many partnerships. We have TICAT. We have just gone through TICAT 6 with the Japanese. There is FOCAC with the Chinese. We have just returned from Turkey, Africa-Turkey partnership activity, which bore fruits. There were agreements signed, very concrete. We are just going to Malabo for Africa Arab League partnership. There is Korea, Africa, and ministerial is approaching of Korea-Africa partnership. There is Africa-India partnership. So there we are, and you have the emergence of BRICS. You have so many other factors. So I think that has to be borne in mind. Africa now it has found its way.